Greetings. Herbal Doc here with part 2 of healthcare reform. My last video on healthcare reform was recorded prior to the passage of America's new healthcare bill. Now that the bill has passed, what's next? For those of you who are running or seeking to run your own herbal nutrition business, you may be wondering how this sweeping legislation is going to affect your business. Before I answer that question, I will ask another important question. What has the government ever run that was run more efficiently than the private sector? Even the staunchest socialists will have to agree, if they look at history honestly, that any time the government has taken over a part of the private sector, not only have the costs skyrocketed, but shortages have always resulted, and the quality of the product and the efficiency of its distribution has fallen off a cliff. This economic law was a major player in the fall of the Soviet Union and is why the people of China have only recently begun experiencing prosperity after their government finally allowed much of their economy to operate in the free market capitalistic system. The Russians and the Chinese have learned the hard way that socialism doesn't work as well as the free market. That was a lesson that our forefathers knew well. But apparently, we Americans have forgotten it and are doomed to follow China and Russia's lead and learn it all over again, the hard way. Here in the U.S., the results of government inefficiencies had already become evident in our healthcare system, as the government has, over the years, enacted more and more reforms, including Medicare, various insurance reforms such as HMOs, etc. In fact, many argue that most or all of the problems we had in our healthcare system prior to the passage of this new law were the unintended consequences of government intervention of the past. Based on my 26 years in medical practice, I can relate to this point of view. In short, how can we expect the people who got us into a problem to be able to get us out of it, especially when they are indicating that the only thing that they know how to do is more of what they have been doing all along? Well, I have digressed. That was the long answer. The shorter answer to the question of how all of this is going to affect your herbal nutrition business is, since the quality of medical care in this country is sure, under government control, to continue its downward spiral, the care and service that you, as herbal nutritionists, provide is going to be even more valued and sought after by the public. Fortunately, the free market will continue to be the major player in our businesses until they outlaw or control herbs and vitamins, which, now that we have given central government even more power and thus taken yet another step toward totalitarianism, is a real danger we must be ever vigilant against. You can rest assured that under the influence of powerful special interests like drug companies and medical cartels, our corrupt government officials will have little or nothing to do with cost-effective alternatives like herbs, nutrition, acupuncture, chiropractic, massage, etc. But many people, as we have already seen, will reject long waits, incompetent staffs, doctors who do more harm than good, and dangerous and useless drugs, and will be seeking our services through the free market now more than ever. So to me, from a business perspective, and just as importantly, from the perspective of personal satisfaction, things are looking good for our herbal nutrition businesses. In fact, I hope that the government never covers alternative health care, because that would be the first step in limiting or wiping out such care, or in rendering it useless under the thumb of incompetent bureaucrats. On the brighter side, with our knowledge and our perspective, we do not have to put our health into the hands of corrupt government officials, nor their billion-dollar drug company cronies, like most Americans will be doing, like so many sheep being led to slaughter. With our knowledge of the use of herbs and nutrition, we truly have our health in our own hands. But with that knowledge comes a responsibility. We have the moral responsibility to share what we know with others, to empower them with control over their own health, as well as their destinies, thus freeing them from the shackles of a central government run amok. For years, I have admonished people to take responsibility for their own health. I have established my natural health school to help people to that end. Since the passage of this new healthcare bill, you need this course now more than ever. The full impact of this new legislation won't be felt until after 2014. With the unsustainable public debt that our government has managed to get us into, even prior to this new entitlement program, I have my doubts whether this new boondoggle will ever be fully implemented. For certain, we are in uncertain times, but by taking control over our own health and our own destinies, by building our own businesses based on a sound basic need that everyone forevermore will have, by becoming our own bosses in jobs from which no one can fire us, we will endure and prosper in the years ahead. God bless America, and God bless you, my friends. This is Herbal Doc, wishing you a very healthy tomorrow.